I've had problems too, and I've been on the phone. I've talked over. I think our guests have a hard time hearing the music at times.
True.
When we go to a break, and at times there'll be a little talk over, but I got to give you credit, Babano. You might have just set a record, actually. You might have set a record. Like, you actually went on, like, through a full other commercial. Like,
it was awesome.
I just realized that, actually, when I was like, oh, wait a minute. I hear some faint talking and music. It's not Gabe. It's got to be a commercial. I'm like, what the hell have I done here? Could barely hear it. I don't
understand. As I was, Cam could hear me, though, yelling, Babano!
Yeah,
Cam, you heard me. I was like,
I couldn't hear you doing that.
I have an idea, Gabe. Because we get counts, Yang has to give, if there's a way he can get to the caller and go, you got, 5-10 seconds, like, on the way out, but
no.
I don't know how that's.
No.
I guess
it's up to me. It's up to me.
I pissed off the sponsor is what you're saying.
I'm putting him in bad spots. No, we just cut you off. No one heard you. But me and Cam could hear you, and I'm just thinking, like, dear God, like, you're setting a record here. Like, you're into, like, the third commercial.
It was awesome. You didn't just go by 5 seconds. It was like 45. Yeah, you're breaking down. It was awesome, Babano.
No, I swear to God, it's the handicap.
I'm laughing.
Like, even Will over here is nodding. I got to tell you, man, there's not too many handicappers that understand the concept of when to stop talking. Like, I do in-game live now, Cam. Like, I've actually snapped before. Like, I actually had a meltdown once with like Hunter Engelhardt. I was like, dude, when the music plays, it means we're going to a break. When the music starts, like he talked over a break, and then him and Brian Leonard talked through into a break. Like, they went into one where I was like, dear God, guys, like
hey, Brian Leonard's one of the nicest people you'll meet in the industry. Give him a break. Take it easy on him.
No, we like Leonard. I'm just saying, to Gabe's point, we got these guys on because he's hosting and I'm hosting too, Babano. And I go, we're going to break, and these guys are still talking through the break. That's all he's saying. Like,
I hear you.
They're not picking up the cues.
Yeah, but
you get my drift?
Yeah, but what I don't understand, though, Babano, is how Cam heard me yelling, Babano! You did it. You were just going. You're just going, Babano. Like, wow.
I was laughing.
Like Chowder said, you're a real...
Chatterbox.
That's right. I remember that comment from our friend Clam Chowder.
You chatterbox.
That should be the name. You should get a website, chatterbox.com.
I love it.
All right, so... All right, we just sent Will over to the window. They don't ask him for ID anymore. He's a regular now. We got $100 on Army, minus 13. First half, $100, Army Rice under 46.5 in the football game. I already have buyer's remorse about this under, but whatever. It is what it is. Yeah. That's what I played, Cam. Army minus 13 first half, under 46.5 in the game, and if I have to, I'll jump in on Army in-game here. I'll see what's going on.
Yeah. Hey, we got to be transparent, Gabe. Like, when that BYU game, because you were doing the 8 till 10 and I was on the late-night shift, and, man, BYU was playing so good early in that game, and that stupid turnover, the pick six the other way, I just look and I go, we're done. Like, after that, I was just like, you just feel the football game. I'm like,
I'll tell you what, Cam.
So frustrating.
I'll tell you what. BYU, it doesn't matter. There are certain schools that it doesn't matter whether it's football or basketball. Yep. They're chokers. Like and you always bet on them, and it's like again, And I swear to God, you know how much money I've lost on a BYU Cougar basketball team? Oh, I'm getting 13 with BYU against St. Mary's here, and it's a bunch of stupid white guys that are clanking threes, and it's the same thing with BYU football. That's why I told you guys they can't win 7 games. They're chokers. They are chokers.
Hey,
BYU cannot freaking win.
Listen, you know this as well as I do, Gabe. The only reason we went on BYU, and Babano was on BYU too, that line was 6.5. Yeah, well, if it opened up at 3.5, 4, you're thinking, you wouldn't have bet on BYU. I could tell you that. That was just a good move by Vegas there. You get a touchdown in that game, you start to think, and then you still lose. Anyway, yeah, you're right. Just lots of choking in that game. Pathetic performance. BYU BYU sucks. I don't even like that school.
I'm telling you, you know another school?
Bet on schools that I like.
You know, me neither. Me neither. You know who else does that too? They're the same thing, basketball and football. They'll break your heart and screw you every damn time. Baylor, man, will do the same thing. I remember Baylor blowing that 20-point lead in that bowl game against Michigan State. That other time they blew the lead against, I think, the Washington Huskies. You name it, man. Baylor basketball, they're the biggest chokers. That's when they're not shooting each other. Their basketball team shoots each other. Their football team assaults women. A great operation they're running up there in Waco. All right, so what are you doing with the game, Cam? I asked you about the Army game, but then you went on a tangent about the BYU game. So what do you do with the Army-Rice game?
The only thing is I didn't have a response for it because I'm not betting that Army-Rice game. I got to be honest with you, Gabe.
Okay.
At that total, I like the over, but I do have an opinion.
The BYU game broke your will.
Yes, I have an opinion on the BYU game. No, I have an opinion on the next game, too, and you're going to like my opinion. A team that you hate, I will be betting against. A team that you do not like, your rival, I will be taking the other team. I will be
Tulsa.
I'm on the Golden Hurricane. I'm getting 24.5. This is the spot.
I can't disagree. It's a lot of points.
Too many points. It's too many. Tulsa, one thing Tulsa could do. I'll ask Babano's opinion on the game. And it's hard to go to the window and say I'm taking Tulsa against Michigan State. But Michigan State still overhyped. That offense has a lot of work to do. You know, the defense is fine. We know about that. But, man, we saw them in that bowl game. They couldn't even get it past the 50-yard line. I know people are talking about things are going to be better with them. They do have some weapons. Tulsa's by no means a powerhouse, but 24.5 points. Babano, what do you think about this one? Would you endorse the Golden Hurricane?
It's really, really. I don't have much on the side here because we've seen Michigan State. They're sometimes in these non-conference games, they struggle to cover numbers this size. This is a big number to be laying with them. We saw in the opener last year against Utah State right here in East Lansing, Jordan Love and the Aggies rolled into town and gave Michigan State everything they can handle. But I don't know if this Tulsa offense is going to be that Utah State offense. I mean, they're going to have either Seth Boomer, who was not good last year, or the Baylor transfer. Zach Smith is their quarterback. Philip Montgomery hasn't determined that just yet. Michigan State might look a little bit different on offense this season. We know they've been methodical, run-first, slow-paced offense. Well, they're going to try to open it up this season a little bit with a new OC and Brad Salem. It's an offense that was not good last year, but I think they have nowhere to go but up. Brian Lewerke's back at the quarterback spot. Their offensive line brings back a lot of starters. They're going to try to go faster. They haven't said really much other than that. They've really kept the specifics about the scheme and the system under wraps. And, you know, I got a great quote from Philip Montgomery earlier this week saying, you know, it's frustrating because it's a challenge to try and game plan for an offense not knowing what to expect. That sounds to me like, if you read between the lines, that's a coach getting the excuse machine ready to go for his defense in case they struggle tonight against this new look Michigan State offense, which is apparently planning to go a little more up-tempo and be a little bit more explosive. We'll see if they have success in game one doing that. But you look at this total, 47.5, guys. Tulsa is going to go fast on offense. They always have under Montgomery. If Michigan State's going to play a little bit quicker as well, boy, for two teams playing at an above-average tempo and pace, that might make this total look very low, sitting at 47.5. Michigan State can improve and show they're at least decent and outman this Tulsa defense. Could go over the total.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know, Babano. I like
where you're going, Babano. I like the call.
I like the over.
I think it gets there as far as the total is concerned, too. Yeah, you have such a big point spread here, Cam, in this game. Tulsa's defense blows. Let's just be real, all right? A Hurricane, you know what I mean? They're blowing around. They're like air. You go through them. Michigan State's going to blow them off the line of scrimmage in the trenches. Yeah, Tulsa's little, you know, it's too low. Michigan State's probably going to get into the 40s, right? High 30s, 38, 41.
I think Tulsa.
And what do we need from Tulsa? Not that much.
21.
If Tulsa gets 20, you win the bet, and the game goes over. I'll tell you what. Tulsa's 6-1 against the spread when getting. Tulsa's 6-1 when getting 20 or more points against the spread. The last 7 times they've gotten 20 or more points. It's a little big for Michigan State. I'll tell you what, guys. Historically, I'm not saying take it in the first half, but historically, Michigan State, and I follow these guys closely and I have for a long time, all the time in these opening games, Michigan State, you'll be like, oh, my God, Michigan State are really struggling with this team. You know that, Cam? You'll always notice that. You'll be like, wow.
It happens.
It's close.
Right.
And Michigan State will score like 14 points in the fourth quarter. They'll pull away, and they won't cover, but there'll be a couple of like, oh, God, Michigan State's getting all they can handle from Western Michigan right now. You know, it happens every year, guys. Tulsa sucked. That's the problem. But you're getting 24 points, and I don't know if Michigan State's built to blow them out like that. I like the over, though. I like where Babano's going with the total.
The really big fear I have with the over, just quickly, the big fear I have with the over is Michigan State's defense is elite. They really are. They're loaded on defense. I'm worried if Tulsa and that offense last year, which wasn't good, can score. But they're going to go fast. They're going to give themselves a lot of opportunities to score. And even if they go 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, there's Michigan State with a short field ready to wear out a tired defense possibly.
That's what happened to me last night, Babano. I was on the over in the Texas A&M game. They scored 42, but if Texas State only scores 7, what the hell can I do? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
It's a problem. All right, you're going to like this pick, Cam. I know you're going to be like, ooh, I like where you're going with this, Morency.
I think I'm on.
I've got a double-digit underdog.
Yep. Can I guess?
That I think can win the game. I think they can win the game outright tonight. What is it, Cam? Who is it?
I'm going to take a guess here. That's Oregon State.
No, I thought, oh, come on. That's a bad guess, Cam. I'm not. The Beavers. Beavers ain't winning this game outright. Chomp, chomp. No,
I'm going to tell you something, though. I just want to say one thing.
The Wolfpack.
Oh, yeah, I'm on Nevada. I just bet Nevada. I got 11.5. Are you kidding me? That's my favorite bet of the night. But I'm just going to say one thing quickly, Gabe, and we'll talk Nevada. Watch out. The whole world is betting Oklahoma State like they've seen the paper. I'm telling you, that game would be a little careful, but I love where you're going with the Wolfpack. Purdue's going to get all they can handle tonight. You're right. I might even throw a little bit on plus 350 money line. I like where your mind's going. Wolfpack. Ow! Ow!
No, I agree. I think the Beavers. I think the Beavers could cover. It's more a play against Oklahoma State. I don't think they should be favored by that much. We'll get to that game after, but yeah, this Purdue-Nevada game. Purdue were always overrated because of Jeff Brom now suddenly, and they were a good play against team last year. Now they're going into Reno, and you know, Babano, big altitude up there. It's a tough place to play up there in the mountains of Reno. They're back to the air raid pistol offense here, like the old school Kaepernick, Cody Fajardo offense. That Polian guy, Bill Polian's kid, ruined this freaking program. It's taken him years to rebuild it. They're on their way right now. Norvell's a good coach. Matt Mumme is the offensive coordinator. Remember Hal Mumme, Cam? That's his kid.
Mumme.
So he's the OC. Timmy Chang. Babano, remember Timmy Chang was briefly with Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Love Timmy Chang.
He's the quarterback coach.
Warrior. I like it. You're not. That's a good.
Yeah. So Nevada's got some smart. They got some smart offensive coaches on the staff now.